What's good, everybody? It's your boy Leader of the Flock, man, coming at you with some crazy news out of the world of Nintendo. And all I can say is it is not looking good for them thus far. I just caught something on the web here, and it was actually by accident because I wasn't fishing for anything. I was just, just dabbling, just doing my usual searching for stuff, and I was actually searching for some stuff, some music stuff, and that just popped up as a topic. Now, what they are saying right now, that being Nintendo, well, that's the tagline. It's basically saying it looks like Nintendo is giving up on the Wii U. Now, in a piece entitled "Nintendo Probably Can't Save the Wii U, the Precarious Situation of Nintendo's Latest Living Room Video Game Console," concluding that the platform appeared destined for failure. Really? This has been overwhelmingly obvious to anyone who has been following the industry, even in passing, and it's something that the homies of Gaming Illuminati been pointing out for months. Barring a miracle, the Wii U is set to become Nintendo's worst-selling living room video game console of all time, and its second worst-selling video game system in its history, surpassed by the incompetence, only by the useless Virtual Boy. Now, based on Nintendo's guidance, the company doesn't expect the Wii U sales to turn around, and in fact, it looks to have already given up on the platform. Some of the rumors that hint at new hardware: last week, Video Gamer reported that Nintendo was planning to unveil a new console later this month at E3. Nintendo officials subsequently denied the rumor, but not before it was picked up by a number of reputable gaming publications, including GameSpot. In all likelihood, the rumor has no merit. Yet, if it had turned out to be true, it wouldn't be completely surprising. Some of the trends that suggest disappointing lifetime sales is that Nintendo said about a week ago that it had sold just 6.17 million Wii U units since the console went on sale in November of 2012. Now, to put that in perspective, Sony sold more than 7 million PlayStation 4s in just the last 6 months, despite carrying a higher price tag and offering fewer critically acclaimed games. Nintendo only expects to sell roughly 3.6 million Wii U's over the course of the next fiscal year. That seems reasonable, but given the company's penchant to overpromise, it had to reduce guidance for Wii U sales dramatically back in January. It's possible that it won't hit its target. Even if it does sell 3.6 million additional Wii U's, Nintendo will have to have sold fewer than 10 million consoles over the system's first 2.5 years. A resurgence in the third and fourth year is possible, but it's extremely unlikely. Nintendo's last console, the Wii U, sold more than 100 million units worldwide, but only half those sales occurred during the first 2 years. If Nintendo sells 10 million Wii U's by the end of the fiscal year in 2014, and then doubles those sales in the next following years, it still would have only sold 20 million units, fewer than the previous most disappointing console, the GameCube. Of course, it's likely that sales will be even worse, given that there is some degree of network effects in play. The fewer Wii U's in the hands of consumers, the less likely video game creators are to release games for the system, in turn encouraging fewer consumers to purchase one. So they pretty much screwed on either end. It's looking like both ends of the coins is not looking good for them. Nintendo could be ready to move on. We could be getting ready to move on. There's another element to Nintendo's weak Wii U sales forecast. It suggests that the company's gearing up to move on. Perhaps Nintendo is just being realistic, but if its management is offering conservative guidance, it may have already given up. Mario Kart 8 will debut later this month, followed by Super Smash Bros. In the fall, an entry into the Nintendo's famous Zelda franchise. That appears to be a given, but after all of that, will Nintendo still support the system? A price cut could help, but Nintendo ruled that out back in January as a shareholders meeting. Unlikely that Nintendo can save the Wii U. Yeah, absolutely. But worse than that, it doesn't even look like they're even trying. So they're basically just gonna lay down and take it, pretty much. They look like they're gonna lay down and take that L. The Wii U offers more than video games. This is what they're claiming. I don't know what route they're trying to take, but they say that in addition to playing Mario, Wii U owners can also use the device to stream online video. As more content moves online, it appears that cable is going away. Not likely anytime soon, but do you know how to profit? That's $2.2 trillion out there to be had. Currently, cable grabs a big piece of that. But they're assuming that won't last. And when cable falters, 3 companies are poised to benefit. And they saying that it won't be Netflix, Google, or Apple. So we'll see how that plays out. In my honest opinion, Nintendo, man, is just sloping down that slippery slope of inevitability. So that is just, I don't know. That's not good for all things Nintendo. And if you're a huge Nintendo fan like I used to be, then yeah, it's looking rough on them. I mean, unless they can pull a rabbit at their hat, and they haven't thus far, it look like they're just accepting the fact and they're just gonna cut their losses. I don't know how that's gonna go. Maybe they're just gonna be a third-party developer or whatever. I don't know, but we'll see. That's all I got for y'all, man. Just a quick tidbit on what's going on in the world of Nintendo. I don't usually do these, but I thought it was something, that might get brought up. So we'll see how that goes. That's it. Peace.